push it. There you go. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, Amy.
So we have actually two very special guests with us right now. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Severino.
I'm Donna Hejtmanek. I'm the creator of the Science of Reading What I Should Have Known in College Facebook group.
Nice.
And I'm here with my partner, Severino, Dr. Lori Severino, and she's going to introduce herself.
So I am co-founder with Donna of Credentials Unlimited. I also have a varied past of teaching, university professor, and I'm Wilson trainer, and so bringing kind of everything together. We were talking about our educational backgrounds, and we've been in it for a long time, so all the things.
I followed them what I should have known. I mean, like a long time ago. I believe 5 years.
We've been on for 6 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for 6 years, and it's been amazing to see the outreach we've had around the world, over 100 countries, thousands and thousands. We're up to 243,000 members. We have between 40 and 60,000 members on a daily basis, and it just makes me so happy to hear that and see that we're getting so many teachers understanding what the science is about and helping students around the world. It's just been life-changing for this course.
So you're talking about that Facebook group.
Yeah,
correct.
What I learned. Tell me again.
Science of Reading What I Should Have Known.
Yes. I just learned about this last night. I am not on this group. We talked about this. I'm on all kinds of other weird groups. Why am I on those groups? I'm not on the good group.
I don't know why you're not on it.
But I'm going to get on it as soon as I get back on my Facebook and join it.
What's interesting, so I'm a PAL QI, so I train teachers all the time, and in my training groups, because if you're training to therapists, it's a 2-year training, so I get to see the same faces for this for 2 years. And I can remember, and most of my teachers are saying, why weren't we taught this when we were in college? And I can remember being taught whole language when I was getting my bachelor's, and even when I got my master's in 2018, we taught just a little bit, and it was still curriculum instruction with triple literacy. We only talked a little bit about dyslexia and structured literacy. Everything else was still,
I know, that's still going on today, and that's why we do what we do in our company, Credentials Unlimited. We provide professional development for teachers that is inexpensive, short duration, and it provides a micro-credential, which is a verification and certification that you completed the course successfully and better.
So what kind of coursework do you have?
So we have a range of courses. And so it could be, so we have, if you look at our website, credentialsunlimited.com, sorry for the plug. But we're all structured literacy courses.
Okay.
So if it ranges, it starts with oral language, which we just heard Charles Hume upstairs, and that was amazing, about how important oral language is. And then it moves through, phonemic awareness and phonics courses and vocabulary morphology and comprehension and fluency. And then it goes from, so that's like the knowledge building side of things. And then on the other side of the wheel are the MTSS processes, right? So leadership, intervention, coaching. So anything that has to do with helping teachers and leaders understand the science, and we verify the courses, so we do a lot of background around the courses that we might credential. We're like a third-party reviewer to make sure that courses are really well done and that they're science and evidence-based, so that the teachers are getting.
Dr. Stone on a couple of weeks ago, so we pushed that podcast already out, but her book is such a big deal.
Yes,
right now.
yes, because so I feel like we've done a pretty good job of getting the word out to teachers, and then we're still not seeing the impact that we want. So what about
how does the system need to change?
Right.
How do the administrators need to be trained? How do school boards need to be trained so that you can understand what's happening in your building, in your district, and have really impactful transformational change? And we're actually getting ready to start at Drexel University a hub that's going to talk about bringing all those things together and talking about micro-credentials being part of that.
So how has it been received? I can see teachers just love this, but how has it been received by like admins? Have they been as excited as teachers?
So I think they're just starting to realize they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And so that's where we are, right? And now they have to be the building leaders, right? They have to be the ones. So I think the work that Stephanie's doing is amazing because you have to have this system in place for everything to work really well and to get the most bang for your buck for the kids, right? That's what it's all about.
What was it that Dr. Stoller said? Intervention isn't sexy. We were like, we're going to make a t-shirt that says intervention isn't sexy. But it is costly up front until you get it under control, but it's much less expensive than a lawsuit.
So correct, 100%.
So are you trying to target school districts, individual teachers? What is your target market?
Our target market is really anybody, but we have been working with teachers that are taking courses on their own, right? That's how we actually started, because on Donna's page back in 2020, all the teachers were taking, during the pandemic, they were doing all these free webinars and they were doing all these things that they were seeking help, and they were learning about this, and they just wanted more and more and more and more. And so if you take that, and they were asking right on the page, is there any way I can get a certificate for this? Is there any way I can get credit for this? Is there any way that, I have nothing to show that I did this work? And that's how micro-credentials came about, was what if we verified these? We don't want people just taking whatever and feeling like they're getting the right stuff, because we've seen what happens when they don't. And so we started to review and started to offer the micro-credentials as a way for them to know that they were getting the right information. But also now you have this wonderful digital badge that you can add to your email signature that says, I did this work. But not only that, you have metadata behind your badge that shows you what the course description is, how many hours you spent doing it, all the competencies that were met from taking that course, because we map everything to the IDA standards.
So I love that, because one of the reasons we started this podcast was to kind of get we're not going to offer fish oil. And it's kind of the same thing you're doing. We're showing you what's legit that's out there and what you're going to appreciate having this knowledge of.
Now, do you, as far as what you're doing with the certifications, do you know if states are recognizing this for CEUs?
It's funny you mention that, because this afternoon we are doing a presentation on exactly that topic, what the states are recognizing. There are 31 states in the union, in the nation, that are recognizing micro-credentials anywhere from pre-service teachers through advanced certification. So there's a range of how they're offering it. And honoring that, which is really exciting for us. We do work with one state. We work with New Hampshire, and they have micro-credentials for the completion of the letters program, and successful completion of passing the foundations reading test. So we have, we've micro-credentialed that. We're starting to work with states, and we're starting to work with universities that are looking for offering micro-credentials. We already have our systems in place to do that, and so we offer a really good service that will help teachers and others that are interested in getting verification and certification of their work.
I agree. And is Texas one of them? Please say it. Because I
That
need
didn't
to
come
keep
up very much.
I need to keep up my state educator certification as well. And so I can get them in other places, but that's really cool that what you guys are doing. And I just wondered too if that would help me keep up with that and other people in Texas. I mean, it's the biggest, like one of the biggest states. And it's California, so
Yeah. I think that's our next mission, actually, when we leave here, is to really, our goal was to let people know what micro-credentials are.
Right.
I feel like that has, people are really understanding what they are now, and they're not really sure how to use them, but to get states that are putting in all these laws, and
right.
we already vet things, right? We already can go through, we have a process in place to do that. And so the coursework that we have offered on the site, school districts could go easily, and states could say, you know what, this has already been vetted. It's already been mapped to the knowledge and practice standards. These are the competencies. They can look at a course and know exactly what competencies are in that course. Great way to select professional development, but we really want states to say, okay, for your continuing certification, right? These are great. You shouldn't have to go back and get a master's degree, right? Or pay if you're paying for credits, if that's not necessary, right? Although we know that the credits are great for pay scale raises, all that kind of stuff, but this is really good training, and it's targeted to a specific thing that you want to learn that you can take into practice the next day.
Right, absolutely. This is wonderful. What a great idea.
Thank you.
I mean, it's coming. It's a service. It's a way of showing that demonstrating that you have advanced training, professional development that's verified, certified. It's a win-win, really, for the teacher, for the district, for the kids. So it's really a great way, inexpensive and short duration of courses. I just think it's a great way to provide that professional development.
Can y'all get the website where people can fill out and find out more information?
www.credentialsunlimited.com.
That's awesome. And y'all, fish oil is good for you. I said the wrong thing. So I'm sitting there going, are you supposed to take fish oil? Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you, Amy.
And thank you for being
Thank
patient.
Thank you.
And waiting for everybody.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Have a
you.
great
Bye-bye.
day.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye, y'all.
That's so funny.
It came out of my mouth. And
I
was like,
almost was going to be like,